What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're back at Insurance Auto Auctions here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. You guys remember this BMW from last week? They've got a buy it now on it for $2,600. It did not sell last week, and I decided, because of how deep the water was, this is something I probably really should stay away from, along with the smell. And then I was walking by it and I noticed it's got some damage to the front. It's missing the lights, crunched the fender. You got some damage to the side here, to the door. So it's definitely got some body damage on top of flood damage. So this is one I decided to just walk away from. But I wanted to update you. If anybody's interested in it, it does run. It does go into gear. If I remember right, air conditioning and everything worked on it. $2,600, buy it now. Well, you guys know me and my Chevys. I couldn't help it. Came across this Impala. It's like an LTZ, 67,000 miles, run and drive. Why is it here? We're gonna find out. Maybe we won't. Oh, yeah, well, that'll do it, of course. That figures. Every time I find something that I'm genuinely interested in, turns out to be the complete opposite side is totally trashed that I didn't see. Obviously, I'm no longer interested in this one, so moving on to the next. Now, I'm not overly interested in this little Chevy Spark, but if I was, I'd be willing to bet the other side's completely crunched, right? Oh, of course not, because I'm not genuinely interested in this Chevy Spark. Took a little hit in the back, probably a little more than a little. Somebody's got like wood screws, or maybe sheet metal screws, tapped into the bumper holding everything together. That's always a great sign. There's some damage to the top. Looks like somebody tried breaking into it. They shoved something in there and bent the living heck out of it. These are disposable cars, unfortunately. Most people just treat them badly. They're abused, not well maintained. They're just disposable cars, so we're gonna probably walk away from that one, see if there's anything else we can find out here. Not too bad, though. The damage could definitely be fixed. So if you stuck around this long, then this is what you were waiting for, the thumbnail. I've never seen one of these before. Charitable adult ride, so donation, non-runner, about 73,000 miles, I think. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. 93 Lincoln Town Car, but apparently this is a special edition. This is a Jack Nicklaus signature series. Never heard of this person, but they've got his name everywhere. Nicklaus, somebody's gonna eat me alive in the comment section down below for not knowing this. Obviously gold plating everywhere. She's old, guys. She definitely looks kind of tired. This is not in great shape. Interior's not too bad, though. Looks to be an Oklahoma car. We've got a tag on the back from 2021. That's promising. Maybe, just maybe, this car has been running, you know, within the last 5 years or so. It's got the badges everywhere. 2 keys. I'm kind of interested in it, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be asking me about the little, come on, close. The little cabriolet back here. I got sick right before the auction hit for several of these cars, and I missed it. And I'm kicking myself for it. The 89 Volkswagen Cabriolet Little Rabbit, I think is what it is. Apparently, these are highly collectible. I was not aware. Had no idea till the video came out, and several of you commented, told me what a rare gem this was. Yep. I missed the auction, guys. Lost it for $1,850. Lovely. Very interesting color combination on this one, guys. Green, but then you got like this, I think this used to be kind of a whitish color. It's changed a little bit, but I think that's white with green, with white, but then with gray, and then green, and then white. Again, very, very unique color combination. Sounds like the battery's charged up. So I wonder why she doesn't run. I mean, these Panthers run forever, guys. You can't kill these things. Seriously, it's next to impossible to kill one of these cars. They're like the Energizer Bunny. Man, they just keep going and going and going and going. Great old cars. They ride like a dream. Oil. It's got oil. Looks clean. It's full. Well, least we can do is try to crank on it. Looks like all the parts are here. Everything's where it's supposed to be under the hood. Oh wow. The headliner is severely falling down. It's definitely not pleasant. Digital dash, dead as a doornail, of course. All right, well, that's fine. Why don't we throw a jump on this thing and see if we can get it to crank over. Now, typically, these listings are correct. If it says it doesn't run, probably doesn't run. And if it says that it does run, it probably does run. But you just never know until you come out here and try them for yourself. Sometimes the listings are wrong. Oh, it does run. And the mileage, she doesn't run well. You guys probably can't see the miles either. It's 137,453. I wish you could stop that daggum dinging. On one of these Panthers, guys, that is nothing. Max AC, let's kick it down. Let's see if anything happens. We'll see if it comes on. Anti-lock brake light is on. We got some gauges that are not working correctly on the dash there. Airbag light is on. I don't see a suspension light, which is unusual. Typically the rear suspensions are shot on these, and that's usually why these things are here, is for a rear suspension that's completely shot. It can be quite expensive. Important window works. That window works. I'm looking right here. We've got an oil change sticker from 2014. Next due at 139,834. It's got 137,453. That was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. And you know, they were 3,000 mile oil changes. So it had the oil change in 2014 at 136,000 miles. It's been driven 1,000 miles in 10 years. And it's sitting here running. And the air conditioning almost feels like it's trying to work. That's incredible. Doesn't run great. In fact, when you try to rev it, no, she's not happy. She's not. Do we have gear? Oh. We got no gears. I've run into this problem before. It's a shift interlock issue. Yep, there we go, bingo. Just gotta play with it, and it will go into gear. Backwards, yes. Brakes feel good. Drive. Forward, yes. Yeah, that interlock switch is gone bad. I don't think the AC is working. I'm surprised this thing even runs after sitting for a decade. Wanted to check the switch for the air suspension. It is on. Okay, I thought it would be off. You got a spare tire right here. You got another spare tire right there, and I think this has soft close. Yes, it does. And it works. Oh man, talk about Nick's first car. There it is right there. She is running. Ooh, oh, that smells horrible. Yeah, she's running on bad gas, guys. Really bad gas. We have a fuel door button. I'd love. Oh, wow. I can't even smell, and I can smell that. That's how bad that fuel is. My goodness, do we have a fuel door? It's usually an orange fuel door button, but I don't see it. Huh? I was wanting to open that fuel door, but I don't know where it's at, so we'll leave it be. So parked for 10 years, and it runs. Now this car is in pretty rough shape, guys. Like, honestly, I don't know how special of a car it is because it's got that signature on it. At the end of the day, maybe a special edition, but there's nothing special about this car other than the color combo. This is just another Panther from the old school. The top is in good shape. From what I can see of the paint, it looks to be in good shape. Tires look to be in good shape. Interior needs a little work. Definitely a little work needs to be done to the back bumper. It's, in fact, probably needs to be replaced. You got some damage to the chrome here. All of this is just torn up. Same thing back here. This whole back bumper just needs to be completely replaced. A little damage to the quarter here. You know, the more I look at it, the more it's just the headliner. You know, oh, come on now. Somebody's held this on with wood screws. So that's nice. This is just a rough car. Why would it be locked? Did it lock itself? Oh, there we go. Thank God. Okay. I don't know if it's got any juice in the battery there, but let's see if the... No, it sure tried to lock itself, didn't it? And I don't even see a lock anywhere, like nothing you can physically grab onto. There we go. At least we know that's unlocked. There it is right there. That's unlocked. Last thing I want to do is lock people out of a car. I don't know, guys. Probably going to go stupid cheap. Nobody's going to want this, but at the same time, is this something we really want either? I don't know. Moving on. It's cars like this that are why I tell everybody, come out here and try them out for yourself. And this one too, Little Rabbit. This one's a non-runner also. Guys, we got it running. I mean, I didn't spend any time on it at all, but we did get it running. So if this pops back up for auction, you can bet I'm going to be bidding on it, but I'm pretty sure it's sold. If I remember right, the listing actually said it was sold, not pending or anything. They let it go. But this is another perfect example. Two of these right next to each other. They say they're non-runners. Both of them run. May not run great, but they both run. And there's a big difference between not running and running poorly, you know? I'll take a running poorly car all day long. Now here's something a lot of you probably never seen before. This is a 1998 Honda Odyssey, charitable adult rides, another donation. That's right. I've never seen a Honda Odyssey like this before. This is not a minivan. This is a... what is this, a crossover? I don't even know what to call it. It's a car. Sort of SUV. No third row seats. Cloth interior. Very basic. This is actually kind of cool, guys. Says it's a run and drive. A little bit of hail damage, but in fact, quite a bit of hail damage. For something this old, no kidding. It doesn't say what the miles are, but it's a Honda from the 90s. So how bad could it be? Looks like it's been parked forever. Let's get this hood up here. Let's take a look under the hood. First thing I notice, we've got a interstate battery. It's always a good sign, right? Let's see if she's got coolant. Green coolant, that's a good sign. You can tell when I'm really interested in a car, I start checking all the fluids. Oil is clean and full. Probably not gonna reach my hands down, try to find the trans dipstick. It's usually buried somewhere. I don't know where. In the back, in the front. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna skip that. Power steering is full. Little single cam VTEC. Interesting little car. Truck, SUV. I'm not quite sure what you'd call this thing. Goodyear on the front. Is that Goodyear on the back too? Douglas. Still, good tread on the tires. Other than some hail damage, the little vehicle actually looks pretty decent. 2 glove boxes. Come on. Okay, that's fine. We got what? 1 key fob, 1 key. I assume it's dead. Yep, it's dead. You got a little button here. Not sure what that does. A little cubby hole for storing stuff. Let's put a jump on this thing. Let's see what it does. And moment of truth. Does it actually run? I bet it does. It's a Honda, guys. Oh, and the mileage? 132,000 miles. Yeah, she'll run. Told you. I had no doubt. No doubt at all. Air conditioning probably works because, you know, yeah, I heard the compressor. Of course. Honda, man. One of the most overlooked vehicles of all times, I swear. Auto manufacturers, I should say, not vehicles. These old Hondas from back in the day, they just, tough as nails, man. Tough as nails. They even got the old Honda stereo. Does it work? Oh, yeah, it works. It works. Tape deck probably still works. Air conditioning, we'll give it a second. I heard the compressor though, so I fully anticipate air conditioning. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. AC works. Power steering works. Port window works. Less important window works. And then these back windows, these massive side windows are supposed to, yeah, they work too. You're kidding me. Wow. Everything works. Everything works. Nick's first car right here. Oh, he'll be the talk of the school in this. Backwards, yep. Forwards, yep. Wipers, yep. Signals, left, right. So why is this here, I wonder? Now, one thing to look for with these old Hondas is when you're putting them in gear to see if you've got any flashing lights on your gear selector, like D4 or D3. If those are flashing, generally that's telling you there's something very, very wrong with the transmission in this vehicle. Now, unfortunately, because this thing was dead as a doornail, it probably doesn't have any stored codes. So you never know what you're gonna get with these, man. It might be fine, it might not. That AC is incredibly cold though. Good Lord. This is a hell of a find. I have never seen one of these before in my life. I would be willing to take a shot with this one. Even the struts are good. Oh, she's been parked. Let's take a look. Look at all the mud and debris. These are the things that kind of concern me about these cars, right? The ones that have been sitting for a long time, because typically people don't park cars for no reason. I mean, it happens. Sometimes, you know, somebody gets older, they pass away, whatever the case may be, but other times it's for a more serious reason. You know, like the car was actually broken. You know, now that I said that out loud, that sounded really bad. Obviously, nothing is more serious than somebody passing away or getting sick. What I'm saying is with the car, typically things like this get parked for long periods of time because something was wrong with the vehicle itself. Woody Guthrie Folk Music Festival, July 10th of 2013. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Exhaust smells kind of funny, but it's running great. I'd love to pop the fuel door. Let's take a look, see how nasty this is, because they never clean in here. Oh yeah. It's still got spider webs. I mean, there's literally, somebody has not even opened this to put fresh fuel in it because there are spider webs literally covering all of this. So I'm not going to open it. I don't want to take away from that. That's crazy. You've got a code here, H5492. That may be a radio code or something for the stereo there. I have no idea. This has me intrigued. Again, hail damage is significant on this guy, so this is not going to be a pretty car. However, take a listen to that engine. Boy, she sounds good. I mean, she runs like a top, like a sewing machine. Alternator's charging like it's supposed to. That interstate battery, I don't see a date code on it. Actually, yes, I do. The date on that battery says May of 2021. So it's only a few years ago. I can't help but wonder what happened, why this thing was parked, because it seems to run like a top. Sounds great. Even says donation right here. Donation. Then we got some tags right here. September 2013, September 2008, and September 14th, 15th of 2011. Interesting. What do you think, guys? Is this something that we should put on the watch list? Or should we just let this thing go to somebody else? Well, it's not up for sale yet, so I went ahead and put it on the old watch list. We'll see what happens. I don't know what it is about the little thing that I find so adorable, but if I can get my hands on it for a good price, it's one that I absolutely want to attempt to get. Is this an Avalon right here? I actually like these guys, and I never show Toyotas. I get a lot of complaints from people. I don't show enough Toyotas. I get complaints about everything, guys. Basically, I don't show anything. I need to show more of this. And then when I show those, people get mad and they say I don't show enough of that. So it's always something. 2005 Avalon. Isn't this basically like a Lexus? Sort of? Kind of? Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Says it's a non-runner. I'm willing... Ooh. Oh my God. I'm not in a good place today, guys. I am sick. All right, I'm going to be straight... Oh, there's poop in here. And what looks like vomit. Oh, yeah, nice. Listen, I'm sick. Not to worry, I'm not contagious. All right, I'm over the contagious part, but I am very sick. And, oh my. I'm not beyond vomiting. Whew. And the interior of this car, it's got me damn close. Not to worry, I'll stop filming or edit it out if that happens, but this is bad. This one's really bad. It's a pedal car. It says it doesn't run. Oh, it's worth taking a look at, I suppose, because it is a Toyota, and I do get yelled at a lot from you guys for not showing enough of them. So here you go. I'm showing you one that is making me sick to my stomach. Let's see what it'll do. It's a Yoda, man. It's gonna run. You guys got faith in it? I got faith. I think it's gonna run. Either that, it's either gonna run, or I'll predict it may not run either. Okay? We just double check and make sure positive is positive. You know how many people mislabel this stuff? It'd surprise you, I promise you. Sometimes I think they do it on purpose. Is this a timing belt motor? I don't know. I don't know much about Toyotas. I had to open all the doors because this one is making me sick. It smells so bad. All right, here we go. We got dinging. I'd buy an old Avalon. I would. I like these cars. Let's see what it does here. Turn the ignition on. We have things happening. All right. It runs. Yeah. Making some noise, but considering this is a non-runner, and this is what I hate about being out here like this, man. There's a guy over here watching me. You know, he's obviously interested in this car, and now he's pretending to be interested in that one. He doesn't have a jump pack, and he's always asking me for a jump. You know, and it's like, I barely got enough juice in my battery pack to get through my own videos. You know, I help the guy, but it's like, I don't have it in me. I'm just not a rude kind of guy, you know what I mean? Anyway, he's definitely checking this out, and now he knows that it runs. When it says that it doesn't. Does it have gears? Let's check. Brakes feel good. Backwards. Let's lift this rear view mirror up so I can see a little better. We got an e-brake on. There we go. Backwards, yes. We can't go far forward. Yes. Air conditioning. That's the radio. This is maps. I have no idea how to work any of this. Temperature. Max cold. And we're going to put it on right here, and let's crank it up. Let's see if we get some air conditioning. I mean, it's pretty rough, guys. Heated seats. Very strange layout of everything, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's... This right here is a little... Is that a bug crawling on me? Gross. It's a little, it's different. It's different. But we all know Toyota makes some good cars. I'd love to know what the mileage is on this. Unfortunately, oh, there it is right there. It's so dim, you can't hardly see it. But it's 202,826. We have a Toyota oil change sticker here from 2022 of 205,725. So that was 2 years ago, and it hasn't even made it to the oil change. So that means somebody got the oil change at the dealer and then they parked it. As far as air conditioning, I got nothing, guys. We got no cold. Is that a touchscreen? How do you... I don't even understand how you work the screen. Like, it says AC, but it's asking me to push OK. Enter? No? Wait. I don't know. The enter button doesn't seem to work. Great. Yeah, I'm trying to push enter. It does nothing. So definitely some issues with that screen right there. And no air conditioning. Otherwise, I mean, it runs. It goes forwards and backwards. We do have some nasty noises coming out from the engine bay, though. Sounds like a bearing of some sort, maybe an idler pulley or a tensioner pulley, something like that. Oh, and definitely some crazy valve cover gasket leaks. You can see the oil just all over the engine. This was not a car that was well cared for, but it is a Toyota. It does still run and move with over 200,000 miles on it. If you could get this, bald tires also, if you could, in paint missing, it's rough is what I'm trying to say. But if this is something you could grab for $300, $400, $500. This would be a great little beater with a heater to get you from A to B. I'm not gonna put this one on my watch list, guys. I'm just not interested. I have enough project cars at the house to probably get me through a good year of video content, and a lot of them I'm just gonna send down the what the hell. Oh man. I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say this was stolen. I could be wrong. Nobody would do this to their own vehicle. You know what I mean? Nobody. Look at this. What oh wow. Enterprise Vehicle Exchange, non-runner, 2023 Toyota RAV4. Somebody rented it. They took it. They decided not to give it back, and then they spray painted it to make it their own. And they went mudding. They took it out and had a great time with it. Man, I'll tell you something, guys. I don't know about you, but I hate criminals. I hate thieves. I really do. I hate thieves, you know? This is insane. This is... You thought you weren't going to get noticed. You know, this is the mentality of criminals. This is just what gets me. It's how stupid they are. You know, but it's always these stupid criminals that think that they're so smart. You know what I mean? I'm going to go rent a practically brand new vehicle, right? And then I'm going to spray paint it green because the cops will never notice, right? The color. Spray painting it green will make sure that the police never notice that this could be stolen. Let me tell you something. If I'm a cop, this is the first thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at a brand new vehicle, you know, very expensive vehicle that's been spray painted. Immediately, I'm going to think that thing's stolen. Like, immediately, without a doubt, that thing is stolen. Does it still have the VIN number? It does. They didn't even take the VIN number off. It still has all the Enterprise stickers and stuff on it. You know, criminals, they think they're so smart. At the end of the day, they're so dumb. They're so dumb. Let's spray paint this expensive vehicle green, and the cops are never going to know. You know what the best part is? They're probably still riding around on the plates from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. You know, but the spray paint, that's definitely what's going to throw off the detectives. That's going to throw the police off. You know, and they always go through here and they rip all this out. You know, they rip the rear view mirrors out. They leave modules hanging. You don't even know what this is. Is this for windshield wipers? Or is that GPS? Who knows? They rip the stereos and everything out. Unbelievable. We need to lock more people up. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all ain't going to agree with that, but you know, we really need to really start locking more people up for being idiots. Oh, the door's locked. Yeah, you wouldn't want anybody. That's another great thing, is when a thief takes a car and they lock it. And trailers, you know, they steal trailers. They make sure they put their own locks on them, because God knows the thief wouldn't want somebody breaking into their car or breaking into their trailer and stealing the stuff that they just got through stealing from somebody else. Now, if I'm being completely honest, some of the stuff I say is kind of hypocritical, because back in the day when I was young and I was hanging out with a different group of people, I myself got into a lot, and I mean a lot of trouble, guys. Thankfully, most of that trouble is when I was a teenager before I turned 18. So all of that stuff is gone, wiped away forever, because that was on my youth record. Now, I didn't have a great upbringing. I didn't have a very good childhood, but that is not an excuse for bad behavior. I'm just trying to give you some context. You know, I tried to find appreciation and love from people that, you know, honestly didn't love me. They used me. I was a tool for them to get things done. And I'm not going to get into any of the details, but I was not a great person. You know, with that said, I want to make it very clear, I've never like strangled anyone. I've never murdered anybody. I've never done anything like crazy bad on that end of the spectrum. You know, it's always been petty stuff. I broke into cars. I stole cassette tapes in the 90s. You know, stupid, petty stuff for the most part, guys. You know, thankfully, as I got older, I grew up and I realized the error of my ways. And I want to be the first person to come out and say, I understand that people, especially kids, you know, troubled children, they will look for love and appreciation and respect any way they can get it. And money, of course. But But it doesn't mean you're not stupid for doing it. You're absolutely stupid for doing it. You know what I mean? There's always a better way. Stealing, being a criminal, scamming people is not the way. It's not the way. All right? I went to court over and over again. I was always getting dragged into court as a kid. And what's crazy for me back in those days is the judges always felt sorry for me. Because let me tell you guys, I have a story. All right, I do. I have a very traumatic past. And the judge would hear my story, and inevitably, they'd let me walk. You know, it'd be like, oh, 3 months of probation, some community service or something. And while back then, I thought that was cool because I got away with it. You know, it was like, haha, I got away with it. Looking back, what I really needed, more than anything, I needed to be thrown in jail. I needed a dose of reality. You know, I needed to be thrown in jail somewhere where people were going to kick my ass on the daily. And then when I got out, I would have been like, you know what? I don't ever want to go back there again. That would have helped me a lot more than a judge feeling sorry for me because I had a hard life. You know what I mean? Now that I'm an adult, I can see that. I see the error of my ways. Obviously, I've turned my life around. So it is kind of hypocritical for me to say some of the things that I say, but I know from experience that this would have been the best thing for me. And probably the best thing for people that are stealing cars from Enterprise and spray painting them green. You know what I mean? These people need a dose of reality. They need a reality check. They need to get their life together and get things back in order. You know what I mean? Honestly, I hate more than anything thieves. I shouldn't say more than anything. Obviously, there's a lot of things worse than that. But when you take from people, you know, that have gone out and worked, people that have really gone out and worked their asses off for whatever they have, and then you come in and you steal it, it's so disheartening. It can break a person's spirit. You know, they go out, they work so hard, maybe 2 or 3 years, they save up money to buy something, and then just like that, in an instant, somebody comes along and takes it from them. And it makes them wonder, why did I even bother working for it? You know, it's sad. I get it. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world. I understand. I'm not saying that thievery is the worst of them all. I'm just saying that it's one of my pet peeves, you know, people that go out and steal from people that really went out and worked for it. It's just disheartening and it's sad. All right, moving on. How about this Chevrolet Blazer 4-door? It's got the 2-wheel drive wheels. So I'm going to sit this bag down here in the shade because it's about 1,000 degrees now. It's one of my favorite generations of the Blazer. Go ahead and laugh. It's true. I actually really like this Blazer. It's a pedal car. It's got the 2-wheel drive wheels, so I can only assume it's 2-wheel drive because I don't believe you can put those wheels on the 4x4. This would be a great Blazer if it was 4-wheel drive, number one. Manual transmission, number two. And yes, they did come with a 4.3 Vortec and a manual transmission. They did. But also a 2-door. The fact that it's a 4-door just totally kills the look for me. I'm not all that interested in a 4-door Blazer. The paint is pretty well gone on it as well. Oh, the hood doesn't open either, huh? Oh, there it is. That's hard. It says it's a non-runner. And if the hood doesn't open, you're guaranteed to be a non-runner, right? All right. So, looking like all the parts are under here. Battery's dated 2021. That's a good sign. Oh, it's not even connected. They disconnected it, which means that battery may still be good. We'll put the jump pack on it to try to see if she'll want to fire up or do anything. If I remember right, ooh boy, oil is extremely overfilled. That's usually a sign of a head gasket problem. Let's make sure we don't have any pressure on the cooling system. We do not. There's nothing. Oh, there's goop. There's lots of nasty in there. Uh-oh. Yeah. Gonna go out on a limb and say this one's got some pretty serious problems, guys. Head gasket issue maybe. Does it have keys? Let's double check. 199,000 miles on the odometer. Making sure the keys are in the ignition. And a flask. Oh, are you serious? E&J VSCP. What do you think, guys? Is there... What is this? Hold on. Whew, whiskey. That's whiskey. That is aged whiskey. I can only imagine how long this has been sitting in this truck. I'm honestly shocked it's still in there. Okay, let's throw a jump on this and let's see if we can get it to do anything at all. Let's see what she does or doesn't do. I don't think this one's gonna run. Nah. Nope, I didn't have a good feeling about it from the get-go. There's too much oil in there, and I don't think that's all oil, guys. I really don't. Shows it's got gas. It's got good oil pressure. It's a good sign. It sounds like it's cranking pretty healthy. Maybe dog-legging a little bit. I'll tell you something I don't hear. I don't hear a fuel pump at all. All right, I'm not gonna waste my booster pack anymore. Even got the factory tape player, man. That old auto reverse Delco radio. I love these, I do. This one's probably not for me, man. The paint's all gone. The tires, definitely, they look decent, but they're rotted. They need to be replaced. It's been sitting a long time. We've got fuel problems. I suspect we probably got something going on with the oil, and maybe coolant intermix. Could be wrong. I don't know. There's an awful lot of oil, and I mean, and no coolant. You know what I mean? There's no coolant, and we got a lot of oil. So that leaves me a little concerned that there's something real bad going on with this one. And these Vortex, I also don't hear the fuel pump, so it could be fuel related. But if it's not a fuel pump, you could also be looking at the spider injection. If I remember right, you gotta take the intake off to get to the spider injection. What a horrible design, honestly. GM should have been ashamed of themselves for doing that to people. Spider injection was always failing on these things, guys. I do like the Blazer. If it was a two-door, I would definitely consider. If it was a two-door with a manual transmission, I would be all over it. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.